All right. It looks like we're live. Stream stats all look good. YouTube says poor stream quality, but looks fine to me. It's holding steady at a nice 7,100 megabits per second, which is exactly what I would have wanted. All right, so thank you all for joining. This is unusual. Actually, this is the first time this entire decade I am at the green screen. We're in the void right now. Can you contract coronavirus COVID-19 in the void? Very interesting thought. All kidding aside, I hope everyone is staying safe at home, working at home. YouTube has bots. Yes, I am familiar with the bots. They took down my stream last time. Actually, a few weeks ago, they took down my stream within minutes of going live. But I think someone manually reviewed my channel. Oh, little dip in the stream rate. Hopefully it goes back up. There we go. Now it's back up. But little dip in the stream rate. All good. A few weeks ago, yeah, within minutes, my stream was taken down. Pete, hello. Thank you for joining. I'm doing pretty well. How are you? I haven't seen you on live in a while. Let me see here. Let me copy this and send this out. I'm going to send this out to some people, some followers. Let's go to the Twitters. All right. Now that looks good there. Oh, come on. There we go. Raymond, I think that's a little bit too premature about the COVID-19. We're not at the peak yet. We're almost there. We're just not there yet. Soon, within a week. All the forecast models, which we're going to see our own weather forecast models, but what they're saying is within about the next 5 to 7 days, then we'll be at the peak. We're not there just yet. And Pete, I'm glad you're still with me. So we've got some severe weather going on out there. But we can't have a live stream without a little something to sip on, I see here. Instead of doing Games and Storms this past Tuesday, I decided I haven't had a full, just relaxing day. So I decided to have a relaxing day and not do anything with videos. And then I decided, since we're going to have severe weather Thursday, let's go live on Thursday. So cheers to you guys, and I hope everyone is staying safe. Is this keying out? That is keying out. Green bottle, green screen. Okay. All right, everybody's here to talk about some weather. So let's bring up some weather. Let's go here. Hey, there it worked. Good. Yes, very windy. And I have up here, I'm going to bring this up. This is the line of some severe thunderstorms going through. So I have also the Radar Scope Pro on, and Radar Scope Pro gives me the categorical outlook. So this little arrow line here, that is a slight risk for severe weather from the Storm Prediction Center. But if we look at that line right there, we're going to see that line pushing its way through the coast. So I have a friend that I'm talking with, and she is along the Jersey Shore. So it just actually looks like it just popped into a severe thunderstorm warning there, but this is happening right now along the Jersey Shore. Now, a couple other things I want to see if I can get on here. These have some derived contours. Where did those go? Here we go. Derived contours. Let's take a look at hail. Is there any hail on here? There was some hail. We see hail size, so let's take a look at the hail. Now it's out to sea. But right there, it's showing that as a derived contour for hail. So I don't know if that means this system coming through here is going to be getting some hail. I'm unfamiliar with these new derived contours that I've upgraded to this Tier 2 of Radar Scope Pro. I also wanted to see shear. There actually wasn't too much, but there was a little bit. I zoomed in a little here. So that little pink circle right there and right there, that was some shear. And it really wasn't enough for them to prompt anything. It just maybe a little bit of a spin up right about here. And then when I go out to sea, a little bit more. Right here. There may be something else going on out here that the radar is just not picking up, but there's some shear happening right about there. Hello, thank you for joining Arlen and Mommy. Yes, the sky is falling. Yes, right along the Jersey Shore right now. All of the coast of New Jersey is seeing that line of that severe weather coming through. So that's what's happening right now. And we're still in that slight risk, and we still have some severe thunderstorm watches and warnings. There is a severe thunderstorm warning that's kind of extending. It looks a little bit from north of Toms River to north of Atlantic City. Let's read the text here. Here we go. So I'm going to pop that up here, and I'm going to read it off to the side. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 3 p.m. for Central Ocean, southeastern Burlington, and southeastern Monmouth counties. Let's see. Here's the wind. Who mentioned the wind? Pete, you mentioned the wind. We're seeing winds at 2:25 p.m. There was moving at 55 miles per hour. The hazard, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. So that's what's happening with that severe thunderstorm right now. So this is what's going to be happening for the rest of today, and that's with our cold front that's making its way through. Yeah, and I see you said it's gone now. Yeah, so if I pause the radar here, it's like right at the coast there and mostly starting to head out to sea. So that's pretty much the end of the severe weather that's happening right now. Look at that. I have a see-through beer bottle. Kind of funny. Did not think about that when I brought this on, but okay. Anyway, as this is making its way through, we are really going to start to see the winds kick up. And when we take a look at the forecast models in a little bit, we're going to see those winds on the isobars. So that's what's happening right now, and I want to show you on the bigger picture here. Let me refresh this page. I think it refreshed. There we go. All right. So that is the system happening right now, and that is mostly, it actually looks like it didn't refresh. because the line didn't make it all the way to the Jersey Shore just yet. So that's slightly out of date. However, behind that, there is a little bit of some weak kind of rain going on there that's going to maybe make its way through, but that's not a lot. What we were more concerned about was that line with the severe weather. That's why the Storm Prediction Center put out the categorical risk for marginal and slight for today. And let me see if it's still up there. Let's go to SPC. There it is. So a lot of the eastern half of the East Coast here really had that nice thunderstorm action. But specifically around the tri-state region, we had the marginal, and right around the New Jersey, New York City area, right there has the slight risk for the severe weather, which is what is going through right now. And here, let's take a look at what's up with the watches and the warnings. Hark, I hear a thunderclap. The studio I'm in right now is pretty well sound insulated, but I did hear a little thunder crack going on out there. But let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay. So, orange, severe thunderstorm warning. And we still have severe thunderstorm warnings throughout most of the area. And the only one that's kind of inland, like we saw on the radar right about there, we do have what looks like actually a little bit of New York City going through Nassau and Suffolk County, and then just into here, the special marine warning, into the Long Island Sound, but not really touching Connecticut just yet. This is mostly staying out into the ocean. Ooh, let me add a couple more people here. I was actually talking with my friend Lonnie Quinn a little bit earlier. Let me see, I will invite him to join. Because he was having a little bit of trouble with his green screen. Because they're still doing at CBS the broadcasting, but they're all social separating, and he's in a barn that's at his family house, I think in Connecticut. But he's in a barn, and the green screen setup he has is there's an issue going on. So when I'm looking at something and I want to point, say I want to point to the severe thunderstorm warning, there's maybe just about a tenth of a second delay between when I move my hand and when the finger point shows on the monitor that I'm looking at. However, what he was saying was he moves his hand and then 3 seconds later, he sees the movement on the side. And the way green screens are set up is we have a monitor on one side, a monitor on the other side. So either way, if I'm looking here, I could point at something, or if I'm looking here, I could point at something. Not having that ability is really challenging. But if he wants to watch, he's more than welcome to. Let me add in a couple more people here that I know want to join. Here we go. And we'll see if we can get a couple friends in the chat. There we go. And Pete, thank you for letting me know Orange County is clearing out. Let's go back to the live radar. Here is Orange County. Yeah. So Orange County right now, for the most part, that severe little stretch has made its way through. But then we have that little clearing happening right now. But right behind there, there's a little bit of maybe some more. Not really thunderstorms, but just showers. And I want to switch from the Mount Holly. Let's go to Binghamton. get a little bit more of a view. So yeah, that's really just the last little bit here. So let me go back to Mount Holly. Let's put this in motion and zoom back in. So when we're looking at the lower Hudson Valley here, there went all the severe weather. There was the last little bits of some rain. This one's kind of moving north. So if you're kind of in Orange County, Sullivan, Ulster, right around that area, you may see a little bit more showers, but because that is moving in a northeasterly direction, we're really not going to see too much in Orange County anymore because all this is pretty much moving northeast or a little bit east-northeast. So that's what we're seeing, but I also see, do I still have the shear up? That is shear. Wow, that's interesting. There's a shear trail right here. So that, it's in the sound, but there may be potential for some rotation over the Long Island Sound right now with the shear right there. We'll see. Maybe sprout a water spout. Ooh, that rhymed. Okay. So that's what's going on right now. This was a little bit of what's called nowcasting. And nowcasting is always good when you have active weather going on right now that we're seeing right now. The wind's going to kick up, but as this starts to clear out, what's going to happen next? So let's start to take a look at some of those forecast models. So I'm going to bring up first the good old tropical tidbits. And let's start by taking a look at the GFS. Oop, not eastern, I want northeast. There we go. Okay. Let's get these frames to load in. How's the stream doing? The stream is doing pretty well, and I am glad it's doing pretty well. Also, I have a little bit more freedom right now in terms of audio. I have had an overhead mic before, and I've decided what I'm going to do is use the overhead mic when I have two people, like when Meg and I were on the stream at the same time. However, right now when it's just me, I have a wireless mic and a wireless mic pack that's wirelessly transmitting the audio to my Canon DSLR, the ESOR, the EOSR, Canon EOSR, that's capturing the footage right now of me on the green screen, HDMI out of that into a capture card into my streaming computer, that's then mixing it in OBS Studio that a lot of people use. And it's mixing the green screen video output from the Canon with the desktop background. So I have two monitors. I have one that you guys are seeing that's on the side over here. Everything that's on this monitor on my little podium here is what you're seeing in the background. Then I have a second monitor on the side here, which is where I can see and I can point to something like right at that low. So I can see what's going on. And I can see around it, kind of at the bottom where you don't see. I see audio levels, I see the stream stats. So that's how I have my setup right now. And I'm going to take a little picture and post this on Instagram. So if anybody wants to follow me on Instagram later, Weatherman AP. That is my setup here. And let me flip this. There we go. We're live. I'll post those a little bit later. So, on the GFS here, let's take a look at what's going on. So this is really showing any kind of 3-hour precip, the 6-hour. This is the 6-hour precipitation that it's doing. So this is really ending right about there. The time is 0Z, so that's 8 p.m. tonight. So that's where it's really showing that it's going to be on and off showers here and there throughout the rest of the afternoon. And it doesn't really show that line coming through. But then, once this starts to make its way out, I always talk about this. Look at these lines right here. It's like that solid black line. That's called the isobar. When these isobars get tightly packed together, that means we're going to have some windy conditions. And that is what we're starting to experience a little bit right now. Clearing, but some blue sky and windy, like Pete just said. Yeah, that's because this pressure gradient is starting to increase. And as that pressure gradient is increasing, then we have stronger winds. And what's causing that? Well, we have that low pressure system right there, which is what brought us the severe weather, but that, as it's made its way out, is actually, let me see. I don't see anything else. Oh, I see. It's actually right down, my other monitor's not working there. Right down here, that's the high pressure system. Once you get the low and the high right next to each other, you get this increased pressure gradient. Stream looks good. There we go. So then for Friday, so I'm at 18Z Friday here, and it's showing this is probably some leftover lake effect snow coming off the Great Lakes. And then as that storm still made its way more north, it's 52 right now, 52 degrees. But once you get more and more north, that temperature dropping could mean you get a little bit of a wintry mix going on, which also my friend and fellow meteorologist, Jonathan Cubitt, who did the weekend evenings on FiOS when I did the weekend mornings, he actually sent me a picture this morning. I think he's in Buffalo. And his front yard had a coating of snow on it. So it was snowing this morning in Buffalo. Then we had severe weather in the afternoon and a pandemic in the evening. Very interesting. Deep blue skies for our past few weeks due to limited jet travel. Yes. That was actually something I didn't even think about, but it makes total sense. No persistent contrails, turning sky to a white haze. Wow, it's 61 by you. That's a full 10 degrees different. That's because we're on the two opposite ends right now of the cold front. Let me go back here. So I am behind the cold front. I'm in kind of this level right here. And that, let me pause the radar. In this area where we're seeing that clearer air, that's where the colder air, because the cold front already passed through. But anywhere that's pretty much the Jersey Shore to right around Nassau-Suffolk County border, that's where the cold front is at the moment. And when that cold front is right over you, you haven't experienced the drop in temperatures. So yes, I was about 61 earlier today. Probably around, I think it was 12 or 12:30, something like that. It was not too bad out. But it dropped almost 10 degrees. And that's because of the cold front that made its way through. Although it's still showing right now on the little weather app, there could be a thunderstorm in the 3 o'clock hour. But I really don't think there's going to be any more storms. The severe thunderstorm watch, going back to, where is it? This severe thunderstorm watch, which is in all this pink, that expires at 4 p.m. Let me just make sure that's still the case, and it hasn't expired yet. Yeah, it's still until 4 p.m. So that's good that it's making its way out. And they usually extend those watches and warnings a little bit beyond when they expect the conditions to be ending. And going back to your point, Pete, it was interesting to think about that, because when we're under these stay-at-home orders, and like JetBlue, I usually fly out of Westchester County Airport, but JetBlue has said they are not flying out of Westchester County Airport for the foreseeable future. That may mean some airports will fully shut down, which is preventing travel or stopping travel. And that means we could be seeing clearer sky, which, Pete, it looks like you're saying you're already seeing that deeper blue clear sky out right now. Let me just check my security camera here. And I don't want to see if it has cleared out. I don't believe it has cleared out completely with the blue sky for me just yet. No. I'm seeing breaking up of clouds, but it has not cleared out just yet where I am. Because I'm kind of around New York City, but a little bit west of New York City. Become a weather magician and make it all disappear. Yes, I'll do that. I'll just wave my fingers right there, little sparkle fingers. What is it called? Spirit fingers. The spirit finger magic the weather away, so then we'll have nice clear skies. But that's happening. That's happening at the moment, which is a good thing. That is too funny. Okay, back to this. So here, it looks like through Friday night and Saturday, it's still going to be windy. Saturday looks like an okay day on the GFS here, but just still windy. And again, it's still showing very far north, a little bit of that frozen precipitation. But that could be just a flake. But in terms of the New York City area, there's really nothing. Saturday looks like an okay day. It's just going to be still windy on Saturday. Then finally going into Sunday here. Here's 18Z, which is 2 p.m. on Sunday. We're still seeing some clear air, but there is what looks like a little system coming through right over there. And that is what's going to start at the beginning of the week. But on Sunday, it still doesn't look like that bad of a day. And now let's go into Monday here. That's the picture I wanted to show you. That is a lot of heavy rain. April 13th, Monday. This is showing here, I'm just taking a better picture here. That's some quite heavy rain that's coming through. That could cause some flash flooding too, but also look at those isobars. Look how tightly packed they are. That is very windy. And also when we take a look at the low over there, it is 978 millibar. So that's a decent low. And that makes its way through for Monday. Then going into Tuesday. Tuesday, we have another, well, that looks like that system brings another cold front. And with that cold front, we do have that drop in temperatures. Now these, I'm not sure if you can see, they're dashed. There's a red dashed line and a blue dashed line. Those are thickness lines. And the thickness we look for is the 540 decameter thickness. That 540 line, the 540 line, is kind of right around where the freezing line is. It's not exactly the freezing line, but it's about where it is. So I can see right here. That's the 540 line. And since that 540 line is right over kind of New York City there, we know a little bit behind that is colder than freezing. So that's where we could be seeing a little bit of this, especially the US-Canada border there, that colder air giving some snow showers. So it's very interesting. Drink more and it could happen, sure. Okay. So that's through Tuesday. Let's bring up Wednesday here. Now Wednesday starts to bring the high in. Is that 1027? Yeah, that's 1027 millibar. So it's decently strong. But that's south of the area. So it's going to act like a shield, but only for really around that area. Once you get a bit more north, so Albany right around there, the effect of the high isn't as strong right up there. So you can see maybe some precipitation. And again, this is only one forecast model we've looked at so far. And then here is Thursday, so a week from today. And it again looks like it's going to have some showers, but it's a little bit colder. And that's why it's blue here, because it's showing the chance of mixing. Kind of almost looks like a similar setup. But that's the GFS on the good old Tropical Tidbits. Let's switch this now to the icon. Let's go back to today. And we'll go to icon. We're not going to look at the pivotal weather. I just wanted to keep it short today. Not too much longer. Okay, so here, let me get that right there, good. Here is the icon, the German model. Now this is showing that system making its way through, and what time is this? This is 21Z going to 0Z, so that's, by that same time, 0Z, 8 p.m. tonight, it's already cleared out. So the icon is already a little bit different. It's a little bit faster than the GFS. And I just want to check one thing here. What's nice now is I can walk around and you can still see me. So I'm just checking the camera. The camera battery is still good. That's always good. Okay. So that's clearing out there. And now going into Friday. This still leaves some showers in place there. I want to go back to this time on the GFS. So a slightly different picture between the GFS and the icon there. Not that different, but slightly, which is the art of weather forecasting with all these coming through. And, oops, did that freeze? There we go. Okay. Still, the icon has that very tight pressure gradient there. So that means it's going to be windy. And going into Saturday now, Saturday actually looks like a much better day. Going into a little bit of New England here. That's the only spot that's showing any kind of frozen precipitation versus the GFS. But still, we have that tight pressure gradient. So that means still windy on Saturday. Going into Sunday here, that high is again scooting to the south. And the pressure gradient's still there, so it's still a little bit breezy for Saturday and Sunday. And it's showing a little bit of showers actually going into Pennsylvania there too. And then on Monday, this is 8 a.m. Monday, the picture. And there's that heavy rain. That heavy rain is now in the same spot, relatively speaking, between the icon and the GFS. So that means we're starting to get some model agreement, which means we're going to have some rain. Heavy rain, it looks like, too. And then this starts to make its way out by, this is 8 p.m. on Monday, where we're starting to see that clear out, but a couple waves in between there. Tuesday looks like a better day. Let me go back to here. Yeah, so here's the picture for the GFS on Tuesday. Here's the picture for the icon on Tuesday. Now, I generally would think that we're going to be seeing some nice conditions on Tuesday, but it's going to be windy. And I just had my friend Johan. He reported as well, it is very windy where he is too. And he's not too far away from where I am. But I did hear that last thunderclap not too long ago too. Here's the picture now on Wednesday with the icon. And this doesn't look like that bad of a picture either. That pressure gradient, that distance between the isobars, is still a little bit high. So maybe a little bit of breeze for Wednesday. And then it's very interesting here. Thank you for it's sunny again. So this is pretty much clearing out now. That's severe weather. And here, where am I? Thursday. So Thursday, 8 a.m., next Thursday. They're still showing this little line here on the icon with a little bit of that blue. It's frozen precipitation. But I want to go back to the radar since you said it was sunny. Let's take a look. Most areas here on the Jersey Shore, yeah, that has pretty much made its way out. Once you get to, if there's a town I can zoom in on here. Long Branch, going into New York City. So from Long Branch to New York City, there's still some showers happening there. And, looks like all the watches just expired. Oh, that was the warning, sorry. The warning just expired. So that just all disappeared. So from Long Branch to the rest of the Jersey Shore, it's clear right there. But just that little bit of the northern part of the Jersey Shore is still in some showers, but it doesn't really look like it's any kind of thunderstorms. I don't see lightning popping up on the radar here. So these just may be some bands of some heavy showers. Just like these heavy showers now going into Suffolk County. So right now over West Islip, Comac, and Brentwood, right in that area there, that's where it's showing some pretty heavy rain. Okay, back to the radar, or the forecast models. So that was Thursday on the icon. And now let's pop open the NAM. And here on the NAM, let me get the frames to load in. There we go. All right, let's take a look at this. So here, that was before, and this is even saying before 8 p.m. tonight, which is at 20Z. It should be all gone, but then it's still showing that tight pressure gradient happening as that low starts to exit. And then we do have another high coming in from the southwest. So that makes its way out. And then for Friday, now the NAM again doesn't have the longest range. It's one of the higher resolution forecast models, but it's not a long range forecast model. So for Friday, it's again keeping on the back side of that low pressure system, because we have that counterclockwise rotation for low pressures in the northern hemisphere. So we do have some cold northerly winds with some precipitation, which could mean some mixed precipitation or a little bit of some snow. So that's not going to be around the New York City area. That's really kind of say like Albany and north. That's where we're really seeing all that kind of snowy action, and then maybe going through the Finger Lakes and then into right here. That is northwest Pennsylvania. That's really where we're going to be seeing that. Oh. I hear the wind kicking up through my air duct system. Okay, so that's Friday. Let's take a look as far out as this goes. So here's Saturday, and it's showing a little bit of some lingering snow showers here, which can happen as a low pressure system makes its way out. Any lingering moisture could have some flurries here and there. But still, that tight pressure gradient, that's really showing that we're going to be having some windy conditions over the next few days. Here comes that high scooting to the south, and that is 1023 millibar. So 1023 millibar is not the strongest of highs, but it's a decent one. But because that high is so far south, it's really not going to have the strongest effect directly over us. So that may mean instead of sunny conditions, maybe partly sunny. And then going into Sunday, that high starts to make its way out to sea, and then we have that higher pressure gradient again going into later Sunday, overnight Monday, and that's as far out as the NAM goes, which is just showing down at the southwest here of the screen. It's really just showing that little bit of peak at the heavier rain coming through. Again, let me go back to say the icon here. There was a peak, not really a peak, a full look at what we're going to be seeing. Move this down. That's a little bit of a better look at what we're seeing for Monday, which could be some heavy rain, more so in the morning, and then starting to clear out later in the day on Monday. All right, so that pretty much wraps up the look I wanted to have. Quick look at the forecast models for the next week. I wanted to go live for about 45 minutes, and it looks like it's just about there. About the time for one beer. So let's go back here and take a look. Are we still in any kind of... So there we go. All the warnings are gone. Let me just bring that back up here. So all the warnings, even the special marine warning that's right there, that's pretty much out of the picture. And we're really just seeing that severe thunderstorm watch still in effect right now through all this like pink area. And let me see if it's still through 4. Yep. Right over here, right there, still through 4 p.m. So that means it's going to be expiring fairly shortly, but I think everything's pretty much done right now. The only areas that have a severe thunderstorm warning or a special marine warning are going into Connecticut. So in the Long Island Sound, there's the special marine warning. And the severe thunderstorm warnings look like they may be extending a little bit into the coastline area of Connecticut. Now let's go back to the radar. Take one last look here. Actually, no, it's not a severe thunderstorm warning. It's still just this coast special marine warning. Ah, there it is. Because of the shear tracks I had before. So if we read this, that line right there. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing strong winds as well as waterspouts were located along a line extending from Westbrook Center to 10 nautical miles northwest of West Hampton Beach, moving east at 65 knots. And hazards, waterspouts, wind gusts up to 50 knots, and small hail. So that was kind of going along what I was saying here. That pink. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Ah, there's a severe thunderstorm warning just popped up there. That is for Suffolk County. I'm just going to show you still into Connecticut here. Following that pink line right there. That is derived shear, a shear contour. So that's showing we could be seeing those waterspouts popping up, which is exactly what the special marine warning showed. That was for the Long Island Sound going into Connecticut. Now I just want to see what is happening on Long Island. So I switched to the iSlip radar here. Do I have lightning on? Lightning is on. There we go. Storm tracks, storm reports I want on, MPing reports. Okay. So this severe, it's kind of hard to see the yellow outline of the severe thunderstorm warning on top of the yellow radar. But right in there, we're seeing that little bit of some severe weather. That line is what passed through Jersey Shore at the beginning of this stream, this live stream. Now let's see what this severe thunderstorm warning is showing. It expires at 3:45 p.m. And let me see if I can move that over here, or at least I'll read it from here. Severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from Waterford to 12 miles south of Mastic Beach, moving east at 70 miles per hour. That thunderstorm's gonna get a speeding ticket. Hazard, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, radar indicated. Expect damage to trees and power lines. It's moving at 70 miles per hour. And here's another severe thunderstorm warning that just popped up. This one is in eastern Connecticut. I see New London. So here, let's see what's happening here. Let me bring that back up right here. 3:09 p.m. Severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Preston to near Plum Island, moving east at 70 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 mile per hour wind gusts. So it didn't really show anything in terms of power lines, but this line that's extending right there, it's moving at 70 miles per hour. Take a drink to that. That's quite impressive. Let me put this in motion. All right. So let's see that line making its way through here. Yeah, it's a pretty fast moving system. This should be my thumbnail right here. Let me get, there it goes. And maybe I'll make this the thumbnail. But yeah, we have some of that severe weather still happening right now. And just zooming out a little bit, since I turned on these MPing reports, which is an automated system that shows precip type or conditions. All of this is all snow reports happening here. That's all snow reports. And then there's some windy conditions that are here in St. Louis. But yeah, all that snow, that's where we were seeing on the forecast models. North of Albany in New York State, that's where we were seeing a little bit of maybe some frozen precipitation. And that's what's right there, all the snow reports. But that's really it. Let me go back into here. I think I saw some lightning now. Now there was some lightning going into Massachusetts here, Rhode Island. Okay. That's a fast mover. We all experience that fast moving action. All right, let me pause the motion here. All right. So that pretty much wraps up this stream. I'll take my last little swig there. This is actually my second favorite beer, but still good. All right. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for the conversation in the chat. Pete, I see sunny days means more vitamin D. That is true. A lot of people, from what my doctor has said, are vitamin D deficient. So sunny days means if you're sitting outside, staying home, but sitting outside, you'll get some nice vitamin D, which is what you should be doing. Even if you're staying at home, don't stay cooped up inside. If it's sunny out, maybe head out for a little bit, front porch, back porch, something like that. But only go out if you absolutely need to for groceries. I know I've been having groceries delivered, medicine, anything like that. I don't really have a leisurely day, which is, I saw some of the briefings with Mayor de Blasio in New York City. And he was showing some very interesting days. And the New Jersey governor, Governor Murphy, actually closed all county and state parks effective immediately. So he signed an executive order today. It was over this past weekend where we had pretty nice weather on Saturday, then again Monday. The reports coming in from the local and state police officers was saying that people are just not listening to the social distancing orders. So Governor Murphy just closed all state and local parks. Governor Murphy is a virus. I actually don't really have an opinion of Governor Murphy because I haven't seen him do a lot of things, but I do like the idea that if no one is following the social distancing, then yeah, you gotta close the state parks. And Governor Cuomo in New York State, I'm not gonna be surprised if I see him close all parks, which that was a big thing happening with also Mayor de Blasio in New York City. Central Park, all the parks, they were pretty crowded for what's going on. So good rule of thumb, just stay home. Stay home, save lives. That's kind of the thing they've been doing. And that's what I've been doing too. That's why I'm here in my studio that I actually had built into my home. So I have my own studio so I can do all this for you guys, which I really do enjoy. And Pete, you are very welcome. Arlen and Mommy, thank you so much for joining. I saw Raymond in here. I don't think I saw anybody else, but thank you guys for joining. If you're watching this in the DVR or you're watching this on after the live stream and you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that little subscribe button below and then the bell icon right next to that so you get notified whenever I go live like this or I upload videos. My last couple of videos were actually really popular. I did some sneaker videos. I'm wearing one of them right now. The Yeezy 350 V2. It is my most comfortable shoe I've ever worn, and standing almost or about an hour like I've been doing, I really don't feel sore on my feet or my heels because of how cushiony those shoes are. But that was a very popular video, and my most popular video, and my most successful video in a while was actually the Ultra Boost. Again from Adidas. Adidas Yeezy and Adidas Ultra Boost. Um, that one was very successful. I guess you guys were, it went far because people like sneakers. But to each his own. I enjoy sneakers. I'll have maybe some more sneaker videos coming out. And also, I'm teasing this now, and I wanted to tease this at the very end of this video. I will be having a giveaway. If you go back and watch that Ultra Boost video, which was the more popular video, I had three colorways, or three colors of the Ultra Boost. I had an all black, an all white, and a special International Space Station version of the shoe. I will be giving away the white one. So that one, it's actually too big for me. I bought the wrong size. I never got my feet measured in a long time. And when I tried it, I was like, okay, it feels pretty soft. But then when I was really walking with it, it was too big. So I have that in the wrong size. So can't return it now because I've used it. And there's just a little bit of like a dark mark on the toe area. But I will be giving that shoe away. That's a $180 shoe that I will be giving away to one of you guys. And I'll be posting a little bit more about this giveaway. It is Ultra Boost 20, size 12. I'm a size 10.5. I didn't realize I was size 10.5 until I had somebody measure my feet. So that is a size 12. I'll be giving that away. All right. Thank you all for joining. And again, if you're interested in any content, you're brand new to the channel, feel free to subscribe below. Thanks again. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please stay safe with what's going on, and I will see you all in that next video.